Yeah. Have you ever wondered what a heterosexual at a pride parade looks like? This is what it looks like. Yeah. I had a lot to drink because my sister and I, we stopped at a Mexican restaurant and we had nachos, a nacho platter. And now we're getting ready to support gay pride because of all the causes out there that need support, gay pride is one of the ones that needs it the most because we're talking about good people here. We're not talking about bad people, we're talking about good people. Good people who just want to be able to have loving relationships with other good people. And when I talk about loving relationships, I'm talking about consenting adults here. Consenting adults. There are people who want to be themselves, and yeah, they're not all going to be the same as you. Okay? They're not all going to be the same as you. But yes, after multiple margaritas and a pina colada, I'm ready to march for the cause of basic dignity for everybody. Yeah.
Well, I always say people.
Hey, yeah. So apparently the fish are not biting today, and that's okay because I got out and I practiced casting. Yeah. It's kind of fun getting back into it after what 35 years away from it. Yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's relaxing, and yeah, I've met a few snapping turtles along the way. And snapping turtles are wonderful creatures. They keep to themselves. They're very different from people. They don't go out of their way to be a pain in the ass. I like that. Oh, wow. So, anywho, yeah. Oh, yesterday I participated in the Gay Pride Parade, and I went to support my friends and ended up being conscripted, dragooned, and voluntold. Here, help with this. Yeah. And that's always a nice thing, you know, when your friends say, hey, can you help us out with something? And they literally just needed somebody to hold up one end of a banner. And so, yeah, I held up one end of a banner and I walked along with people who are good people, decent people, reasonable people, most of whom happen to be gay in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, apparently some people have a problem with that. I don't know why. I really don't. I suspect it's because those people who have the problem are deep in the closet. And when they shriek and cry about how the gays are having anal sex, it's because they really want to have some anal sex with a man. Yeah, I mean, we heterosexuals, we don't obsess over anal sex the way that closeted homosexuals, aka homophobes, obsess about anal sex. Ye gods, do they ever obsess about it? Like, dude, get over yourself. Come on. Yeah. And it's a phenomenon that goes along with their tendency to get caught in bus station bathrooms and airport bathrooms and other public bathrooms having unprotected anal sex with strange men. Yeah. And then attempting to justify it with all kinds of interesting bullshit stories. Yeah. Funny that. So, yeah. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yesterday I went fishing, and the day before, I went to the Pride Parade, and I was voluntold that I was participating because I have friends within the LGBTQ community who, realized they needed an extra person for a small task that had to be done. One of the people carrying one of the banners has health problems, and they needed somebody else to carry that banner for them. What do you do when you're an exclusive heterosexual and you have a friend who happens to be gay who happens to need some help? Well, you help them. You help them because they're your friend and you're a decent human being and you're not an asshole. And that's pretty important. The whole don't be an asshole thing. And that's one thing I've noticed about homophobes. They tend to be assholes. Yeah. Even the ones who are not obviously repressed closet homosexuals tend to be assholes. Although the ones who are repressed closet homosexuals, they are really horrific assholes. But the ones who are actually probably straight, and they are a vanishingly small minority, but they do exist among homophobes, even they tend to be assholes, and not just in their treatment of gay people, but in their treatment of everybody. In their treatment of everybody. So it's not just gays that they treat badly, it's everybody. But gays in particular. Yeah. Why do you want to pick on gay people? I mean, they're not hurting you. They're not harming you. They're quite literally a part of your greater community. So yes, the gay community does exist within the broader community. Why do you want to pick on these people? Why do you want to hurt them? Why do you want to inflict harm upon these human beings who are doing nothing to hurt you? They're just existing. They're just existing. And this is their crime. This is the unforgivable crime that the gay community commits every day. Existing. They exist. And somehow, this is unacceptable to you. Somehow, this is something you need to punish, preferably with violence. Yeah. Like, seriously, dude. Show a little confidence in your own masculinity. Don't be a homophobic asshole. Come out of the closet already. Don't be a homophobic asshole. Personally, I don't have a problem with gay people. I've never met a gay person who was a terrible person, except one. Only one. I've only met one terrible gay person. And he was just a terrible person. He would have been terrible if he had been perfectly heterosexual. But he was a terrible person because he was a terrible person. Now, it may have had something to do with the fact that he had been forced to repress his homosexuality for most of his life. But the fact of the matter is, horrible people are horrible people, regardless of their orientation. And conversely, good people are good people, regardless of orientation. So I cannot say that I've never met a horrible gay person, because I've met one. Only one. Out of the literally hundreds of gay people that I've met one horrible person. But among homophobes, being a horrible person and being a homophobe just sort of go together like this, you know? They're intertwined. Horrible people are homophobes. Homophobes are horrible people. Because it's not just gay people that they mistreat. It's everybody. They mistreat the kid in the fast food window. They mistreat the waitress at the restaurant. They mistreat the clerk at the grocery store or at the convenience store, especially the convenience store, especially if the clerk is wearing a turban. Yeah. Because they're horrible people. They're just horrible people. But they're also homophobes. Because they're horrible people, and because they're either deep in the fucking closet and desperately wish they could come out and be gay, but are afraid to, or because they lack confidence in their masculinity and they realize that they have a small dick and they don't know what to do about it. Dude. Eat pussy. Yeah. If you have a small dick, eat pussy. Eat pussy. That works. It really works. It absolutely works. Yeah. Yeah. And treat women with respect. Treat women with respect. Please try to treat women with respect because, yeah, they're important. Yeah. But yes, absolutely. If you're one of those heterosexual homophobes, learn to eat pussy. And that'll make up for the fact that you have a really tiny dick. It will. It really will. Okay? Yeah. And listen to women. Listen to lesbians because they know best. They absolutely know best. Yeah. There is no greater connoisseur of delicious pussy than a lesbian. Yeah, I'm sorry, but there isn't. So yes, listen to lesbians. Yeah. Yeah. But also just listen to gay people in general. People on the LGBTQ spectrum. Listen to them. Listen to their stories, their lives, their experiences, what they've been through in the world where they are still very often treated badly. I mean, the first gay pride parade in Owen Sound was met by violence. The homophobes came out in force. Now, there are no homophobes. They're gone. But yeah, 30 years ago, when the gay community first tried to have a pride parade, oh, the homophobes were out in force. Yeah. A lot of people were hospitalized. Not all of them were gay. Not all of them were victims of homophobic violence. Some of them were homophobes who ran up against some very strong, very gay martial artists and ex-military. So yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna be a homophobe, you should probably remember that somewhere out there, there's a gay veteran. There is a gay with a black belt in martial arts. There is a gay person who has the power of life and death over you at some point. A gay doctor. A heart specialist. How's the old ticker doing, huh? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And working in the restaurant industry, I've worked with gay people, openly gay people, so many times it's ridiculous. I have been the only heterosexual in the kitchen. It can be entertaining as hell. Yeah. Yeah. But wherever I've worked, the gays have always respected the fact that Dan isn't one of us. Dan is straight. Dan is heterosexual. They've always respected that. Always. In every restaurant I have ever worked in. Yeah. Think about that on your way to the restaurant after church when you're going to go have a big plate of pancakes and a big plate of waffles and a big plate of scrambled eggs. Maybe some eggs Benny. Consider the fact that there's a very good chance that the people who prepare your food are gay because the restaurant industry is full of gay people. It is one of the gayest places outside of theater that you're ever going to find. Yeah. 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 And I say this as a boringly straight, exclusive heterosexual. Don't be a homophobic asshole. Just don't. Yeah. And you may discover that some of your friends, some of your lifelong friends, become comfortable coming out of the closet and telling you, admitting to you that, yeah, they're gay. They're gay. Yeah. Yeah. Now, of course, I've worked in restaurants long enough. I've actually developed gaydar by osmosis. I've absorbed it by osmosis. So I can very often pick out the repressed closet boys. And yeah, dude. Yeah. Dude, come on. Yeah. Yeah. The only people you're fooling are your redneck friends. And even some of them are starting to wonder. Maybe it's time to just come out of that closet. Yeah. Must be getting awfully stuffy in there. Yeah. So, yeah. Went to the Pride Parade. It was very family friendly. Very PG-13. Very safe. And, yeah. A lot has changed in the last 30-odd years. We no longer have violent homophobes lining the streets waiting to beat up a gay person on Pride Parade Day. Yeah, we no longer have that. They've been pushed back into their own dark and dismal little closet. It must really suck being in two closets at the same time. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. To all you homophobes out there, how's the air in Narnia? Yeah. 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 Come on. Just come out of the closet already. Please and thank you. Do yourself a favor. Do us all a favor. Come out of the closet and let your queer flag fly. You'll feel much better, much happier, and much more confident in yourself. Not having to hide who you are. Yeah. Not having to hide who you are. Now that is an amazing feeling. Yeah. So take it from me, a boringly heterosexual person who is not a homophobe. You don't have to be a homophobe to be straight. And if you're a repressed closet homosexual pretending to be straight, I'm sure it must be exhausting. Maybe you should just quit now. And, yeah. Be who you are. Relax, take a load off, put on your comfortable shoes. Absolutely. I'm sure they'll be fabulous. Okay. Yeah. Anywho. Take care, be well, stay safe, love yous all. If you are part of the LGBTQ community out there, hey, happy Pride Month. Yep. And if you're just a regular straight person, have a good month too. If you're a homophobe, ask yourself why. Is it because you're a repressed closet homosexual? Or is it because you're trying to overcompensate for the fact that you have a really small penis? Which one is it? Because it's one or the other. It is one or the other. Absolutely. Yeah. It's one or the other. Anywho. Ta-ta, take care, be well, stay safe. I'm done my tea. I'm going to go in and make breakfast. Take care.